I'm 33 years old and I own $21 million worth of real estate that I bought over the past several years without using any of my own money. So I've done pretty well for myself so far. However, there are 3 things that I wish I knew when I was younger. If I knew these 3 things when I was younger, I'd be even further along than I am now. So if you're young and want to get started investing in real estate, this video is for you. If you're just young at heart and want to get started even though you're a little bit older, that's okay too. These 3 tips will help you invest smarter, faster, and better. Let's go. Before I get going, please hit that like button. I'd really appreciate it. It helps get this out to more people. There are a million tactical things I could tell you, and I do. There are over 200 videos on this channel that I go over a ton of detail and a ton of different little things that you can do to get better. But in this video, I want to set the foundation for your investing career and tell you some things that you can do now, some actual things that will make an impact on your investing career. Whether you believe me or not, I've been investing for a while, and these 3 things will help you become a better real estate investor. So let's get rocking. Number 1. Work on your credit now. If you're young, you probably either don't have credit or don't have an established credit. And if you're a little older and your credit's kind of crappy, that's okay, but you need to work on your credit. I always talk about you don't have to have credit or money to invest in real estate, and that is true. However, your life is a lot easier if you have a good credit score. So work on building that credit score. Here are a few things you can do to build it now or to start building it if you're young. Number 1. Become an authorized user. If you have parents or somebody older that has a good credit score, they must have a good credit score, become an authorized user on their account. Now, they don't have to give you a credit card, but just being on their account won't hurt their credit score, and you will start to reap the benefits of being on their account. So that's the first thing to do. The second thing you can do is get a secured credit card. I don't want to go into a ton of detail on that, but basically it's like a prepaid Visa or prepaid MasterCard, which those companies have. These secured credit cards, what they're called. You pay, let's say, $500 into it at the beginning of the month and just take your normal expenses that you're going to spend things on anyway and kind of get that down to 0 and then reload at the beginning of the month. You're kind of prepaying that credit card. This really shows the credit bureaus that you're able to stick to a plan and stick to a budget. Number 3 is just be aware. Know what your credit score is. You can look them up for free on a ton of different sites, but just understand what your credit score is and what's on your credit report, and that will go a long way into helping you be able to fix it or make it better or just get it started. Having a good credit score will just help borrowing money and help everything be a lot easier. So get started on that now if you haven't. Number 2 is start to read more books. And I'm not talking about go read a book on Burr. I'm talking about read mindset books. This is something that I still work on to this day. And this is the number 1 differentiator between those who don't have money and those who have money is their mindset. I believe wholeheartedly that real estate investing is made up 80% of mindset and 20% in taking action and tactical things that you can go out and physically go do. 80% of your success is going to be on your mindset. And mindset's like any other muscle. You have to work it out. You can't just read one cool motivational quote or read one book. You have to continually work on your mindset. Some great mindset books that kind of talk about real estate are Rich Dad, Poor Dad. This is the most popular one. It's the number 1 business self-help book for a reason, so go check it out if you haven't. Number 2 is Think and Grow Rich. It's written by Napoleon Hill. It was written in the 1930s, but a lot of it almost sounds like it was written a couple years ago. It's so forward-thinking for its time, and it sets foundational pieces, and it kind of shows you things and ways to intake information and ways to think about things so you can think and grow rich. And you can replace rich with whatever you want. Think and grow happy. Think and grow your relationships. Whatever it is, it's just a really good mindset book that will help get you on the path so you can get to where you want to go if you have the right mindset. The third book that I'm going to throw out there, kind of a wild card out there, is Eat That Frog. Not many people have read it. I really enjoyed it. It's just about doing the hardest thing of the day at the beginning of the day. I don't want to, spoil it or go into too many details, but I've really adopted it and it really helps. Most people, I don't really want to do that, so I'm going to push it off. Then they don't get it done, or they do it at the end of the day and they half-ass it. If you take that really hard thing and you get it done at the very beginning of the day, it builds momentum, it builds endorphins, and it just is kind of a downhill slide from there, and you can get so much more accomplished. So if you can read those books and a ton of other books out there and start to understand how important important mindset is. Even at a young age, I still struggle with how important it is, and I'm doing a video on it. So if you can understand how important it is, you will be miles and miles ahead of where you would be had you not focused on it, or miles and miles ahead of your friend or your competition, because it is so freaking important. Number 3 is you're not too young to start, or I guess too old to start. Every single successful real estate investor I know has 2 things in common. Every single one. I probably know a couple hundred extremely successful real estate investors. I do, I guess, with the mastermind I'm in, as well as a bunch of local people. And every single one of them, without fail, has 2 things in common. The first is they wish they had started sooner. Whether they started at 26 like I did, 36, or 20, they all wish they had started earlier, because the sooner you get to learning, the sooner you get to doing, the sooner you get to start to create that wisdom and start to learn from your mistakes and start to do better and gain more traction. So you're not too old, you're not too young. The time to start is now. The other thing that they all have in common is they all pay for some type of mentorship or some type of coaching. It's very, very important to follow the path of the people that are going on the path that you want to go. Kind of a side note, but that is another thing that all the successful real estate investors I know have in common. The younger, the better. You have to be 18 to legally execute a contract in the United States. However, if you're younger than 18, you can bird dog, you can partner with somebody that's older. Shoot, you can just follow me if you're not ready to take action or partner with someone. You can follow my TikTok, my YouTube, my Instagram, and other people that are out there putting out great content, and you can just learn a ton so that when you are of age, when you are 18, you can go hit the ground running and really, really start to get some traction very quickly, because you already have that basis of knowledge. The biggest thing I can tell you is to just soak up the knowledge. Be a sponge, whether you're working on your credit or you're working on your mindset or you're trying to go get started at a young age. Just listen more than you talk. Lean on other people that are successful. Successful people want to help you for a couple of different reasons. Number 1, vanity. It's fun to talk about your successes. Everybody, whether they know it or not, likes to talk about good deals they're doing and little secrets that they've learned along the way. And guess what? If you just shut up and listen in the corner, they will tell you exactly what they're doing and how they're doing it. And also, usually people can kind of tell if a young person's going to be successful and have an idea if they think they're going to be successful just by watching their mannerisms and watching how they interact with you. And they would likely take you under their wing, or at least give you some advice for solely the purpose of, if I help this young person out, who knows, I might be able to buy or sell a house to them in the future as they start to get successful. So it will benefit them in the future and put more money in their pocket, and can be a great beneficial relationship for both of you. I don't know if that's what you were expecting or not, but if you work on those 3 things, whether you're 16, 26, 36, or 86, it will help you be successful sooner and help build that foundation that I know that you need to be successful in real estate investing. So take this video to heart, hit that like button if you haven't, make sure to subscribe to this channel for content like this. We put out a few videos a week, and our whole goal is to help you be successful sooner. See you on the next one.